Hello, everybody. Happy Friday evening to you, or Saturday morning if you're on the other side of the world. And welcome to today's or this evening's messages of love from above. Before we get started, I do want to get my desktop all set up here, and then we will get into the thick of things. If you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. Got a great group of people with huge hearts, wonderful senses of humor, and so welcome. And let me just finish getting this set up quick. Okay. As you get older, doing two things at the same time, technically, I can walk and chew gum at the same time, but talking and doing all this stuff, sometimes not professional at it. So welcome, and how the readings work are listed in the description box of the video. But it's first come, first serve for the free readings, and if anyone makes a donation, I do step outside of the free readings to honor the energy exchange, and then dive deeper into those. And then when I'm done, I return back and move down the chat. But before we get started, I do love to send energy out to the world, love energy, because this year especially, the whole world is going to go under some great transformation. So the more love that we can send out to the collective, the more it counteracts all of those individuals going through any kind of lower vibrational fear energy. When one of us sends unconditional love to the world, it transforms a million people experiencing lower vibration. That's how powerful it is. And when we do it together, it multiplies. It doesn't add on, it multiplies it. So if you'd like to join me, I'm more than welcome that. Whether you're watching live or on replay, you can join in together. So we're going to take a big deep breath, come back to right here, right now. And then as I hit the beautiful singing bowl, just let that love energy flow down into us like the bowl, fill us up, and overflow out to the world. Here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that will continue to sing back there for a little while longer. Very powerful singing bowl. So thank you for joining me in doing that. Before we get into the readings, it's so loud, it's still going. Thank you, all of you who are thinking or congratulating me on hitting the 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you guys so very much. It's because of you that I'm able to do this. So big thank you. And thank you, Hudson and Patty. Thank you. And Starfall. Thank you guys so much for the extra congratulations. And here's a video. I know I had it when you were coming in, but those of you that missed that, here is the link to the video where I'm having a giveaway celebration. So just to celebrate it, to give something back, it'll tell you all what you need to do to get into the drawing, which I'll have on the 29th. It's a leap year, so we'll have it on the 29th. So you have time to get into that giveaway. Also, of course, I just recently introduced love readings or relationship readings. So love is in the air. They're half off until the end of February. There's 6 different reading choices, which all of that has to do with the questions you guys ask around love. I did some research, gathered information, tried to create 6 that cover all the different areas so that you can look down the little menu and go, this is the one I want to know about. It talks about crushes or relationship. I'm single. I don't have anyone in mind, or I'm in a relationship. How's this going? Going to turn out? How's it going? We have a stay or go. Like I'm in a relationship, but it's should I stay or should I go? Type of, and so there's all those. And so if you check out that video, tells you what each one includes. And then, of course, the pricing 30-minute is $12.50 right now, regular 25, and an hour is $25, regular 50. So if you're interested, be sure to check those out. Hey, thank you, Soul Searching Vibe. Appreciate that. What's the other thing? I think those were the main things I want to talk there. But Sunday, I am rolling out an introduction to my new podcast I'm super excited about. It's going to be called From Chaos to Cozy, which talks about our life here, of how, like, my personal experience of chaos, which at this point in my life, it was when I was 22. I was going to end my life because of how chaotic my life was. But I'm still here, how many 30-something years later, and here we are going to talk about the tools and how to move from chaos to cozy and those things. So I'm excited. Part of all that is on Wednesday nights, I'm going to have a little cozy chat for my YouTube members, both at Zen Cricket and Praying Mantis level. Zen Cricket is $2.99 a month, and the Praying Mantis is $7.99 a month. If you want to know what comes with all of those, there's a link in the description box down below to check those out. But the Zen Cricket will have advanced access to the future episodes. I'm going to put out like 2 or 3 episodes ahead of time. Once I get them all recorded and I keep ahead, you'll have access to that and my pick a cards. But you also have access to that cozy chat on Wednesdays. Tomorrow, it's cool. YouTube gives us the ability to give away 10 memberships a month, like a monthly membership to try it out. But you have to have your gift membership settings set to on, which is kind of, the thing that I didn't know about either until they sent out an announcement to channel owners. And so if you go into this chat and if you see the dollar bill down below, when you click on that, you should see a membership option among others. And then there's a little menu, like a 3 little dot menu. And if you click on that, then there'll be gift setting. Then a little box will pop up, which will have the ability to have a little switch to switch it from off to on. That's all you have to do to be eligible to be gifted one of these. And what happens is YouTube allows us to push out a gift of 5 of them, just 10 total. So twice I get to push out 5 free memberships, which they're $5 and under. So it'll be my Zen Cricket membership. But I'll do 5 tomorrow in tomorrow morning's session, and then tomorrow evening session. So I'm giving you guys a chance to, go over there and switch that. You can also, if you go to the main page under the join button, you also have the ability to go up and click on a little menu and do the settings there, but it's easier if you're live just to do that here. And how it decides it's the top fans, it's so if you have it set to gift where you are open to receiving gifted memberships, then they look at who are the loyal viewers, who's always watching, who's interacting. And so YouTube rewards them. I don't. It's just I can just push out 5 and then it decides who the 5 people are. But you have to have that setting set to on in order for that to work. So we will do that tomorrow. I'm excited. And so far, I feel like they're going to keep doing that, where at the beginning of the month, I get 10 more. So I will do those, and you get to try it for a month and then it expires. So you get an opportunity to see what it's like, see if it's worth it for you or not. And at least you get a month's worth of access. So I like it. All right. Well, that's how it's going to work. Just want to make sure everyone's aware of that because I like telling you guys about the free stuff and the discounts and all that. So, all right. So, we're going to be using the Star Tarot for the readings today. And since we don't have any donations, we're going to start with the top of the free readings, which is Your Highness or just Highness. And you want to know, when will you meet a romantic partner? All right, let's check it out and see what we got going on here. So, when will you meet a romantic partner? All right. Well, uh, I think it's going to be pretty soon here because you've got both the Prince of Wands and the Prince of Swords. So both of these represent these are the pages in this particular deck, but it's new passion with that Prince of Wands, and with the Prince of Swords, that's the Page of Swords, which is about new movement. Both of these are right after these come the Knight, so you're about to have movement of passion, movement of thought and belief, and movement come in here. But it starts with the new passion. It starts with looking at love and romance in a different way with that Prince of Swords too, because they offer you the Ace of Swords, which connects you to the higher realms, seeing things from a higher perspective and allows you to cut away some of those small t truths, those rules we have around what does a romantic partner, what do they have to be, who should they be like, how is it supposed to unfold, all the should, supposed tos, need tos, have tos, must, all these roles we're given all our lives, right? We can kind of cage our hearts in a way. And with this Ace of Swords, it allows us to cut away at those bars, those thoughts and beliefs that limit our heart to be like, it has to be this. And then that person's on back order for 1,000 years. But if we let expectations go and open up more, that's what allows them to come in faster. So I like this, the when of things really has to do with our energy. There's usually not like a specific date and time and blah, blah, blah fated. A lot of the fate is when we're born. Everything else is usually ranges. And the ranges of things has to do with our energy and how we're looking at things. The more we're higher vibrating at a higher level of love energy, the faster things come in. The more rules and the lower vibrational fear things we have, the longer it takes to for things to arrive, right? So I like this, that it is like the range is coming up. I mean, I think you're in the range now where it could happen, but it just takes away knocking away some of those cage bars that are there, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are limiting both thoughts about yourself, about them, all those shoulds and supposed tos really help them move in. So I like it. Boom, boom, here they come. So that's what they have for you, Highness. Hopefully that helps with you there. All right. And then Macaroni, you are up next. You like a general for February. All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about February? All right. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles and you've got the Queen of Swords. So Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. But I feel like you've been patiently waiting for some things to unfold because with that Queen of Swords, this is balancing of the heart and mind. She has the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Swords, which allows you to connect to the higher truths. But all the queens are given a second portion of cups, which is the emotion. So she's balancing head and heart. And in that balancing, these opportunities come in. They come in and they're able to roll out a little faster here for you. So I do like this energy of, um, like getting out of your head a little bit and getting into your heart more. because this is what allows things to move faster. And for the fruit, it's like giving a plant miracle grow, it makes things grow faster and come in faster for you too. But this balance is such an important piece of this. We can get so into our head that we go in a loop of things, and we're focusing on more tasking, completing a list of those supposed tos and shoulds we have. But when we balance our heart, our higher heart, it elevates us and allows us to see things from a different perspective, which I feel really has been moving up this Seven of Pentacles. So whatever you've been kind of hoping for and working toward, I feel like February is the month where this balancing kicks in, and where you're starting to see the fruit grow on the trees, and that even the fruit can be harvested in February if that balance is there. For sure, I feel like you start to see the fruit grow, but for it to become ripe and edible, this balancing of the head and the heart really help as well. So hopefully that makes sense there for you, and many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And then Hot Sun, hello, hello. Thanks again for the congratulations. I'm so blown away by everyone's support. I'm just, I love it. And thank you for being part of the love tsunami. And you, Hot Sun, you want to know, what are Matt's energies towards you and the bottom of the deck? Let's take a look here. So what are Matt's energies towards you? Okay, and the bottom of the deck. All right. Yeah. So the bottom of the deck, we'll start off there with the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups in this one. And so there is this higher love, there is this desire here beneath the surface here with the Page of Cups. So, it's kind of dualish, yeah, like, um, dualistic, if that makes sense. Not like to have a duel and fight, but like dualistic, meaning two meanings. One, that they're looking for this happiness on the inside, that they're trying to find. I feel like they're at this point where they're realizing all the stuff in the outside world hasn't really been making them feel full and whole there. And so they're trying to find something, because they're realizing it's not people or the world's fault. And he's realizing there's no blame that needs to be done, because he's realizing this is about him making himself happy, that he's the only one that can do it. And this is what's coming in here with this, any of the Five of Wands energy that feels kind of, I wouldn't say combative, but conflicting. And with the Seven of Cups, all these different emotions that are, flying through here as well. There's this, it just feels, whenever you have like an odd number, it's like something is standing in the way, like there's an obstacle. When you have the even numbers, there's like even numbers on each side, and there's this flow that comes through, and it just goes that way, right? But when you have an odd number, it's like it's the one that's in the middle, it's the one that's the block that is there to force things to be looked at. And so when we're looking at their energy towards you, it isn't necessarily about you, because we don't see the world as it is, right? We see the world as we are. So if I'm conflicted, I'm going to see conflict in the world, right? If I'm at war, I can't offer anyone peace. I see the war, right? If I can't give myself love, I can't receive love or give love to other people either. And so I feel like there's this conflict that's coming in here, where they're really facing things, really looking at things, and there's this transformation. You can even see here on this card, if you see if I can get it to focus this close, but we've got this flying fish that starts off as a flying fish, and you see it turns into a dove. So there is this transformation that's happening here with their self-love. That's part of, the result of all this conflict that's coming in, emotionally and energetically, with those Seven of Cups and the Five of Wands. So if you feel that kind of energy, just realize that they're very focused on their emotional state and just how things are, flooding in with that. So hopefully that helps understand what's going on with them right now. But that's what they have for you, Hot Sun. So many blessings to you. All right. And infinity is one. Thank you so much for your donation. We will hop down to you and let's give that donation some love. Really appreciate that. And you want to know what are Virgo's feelings and intentions towards you? All right. You're welcome, Hot Sun. And then Infinity will come back, and I'll still do your career reading when for your free reading when we're moving down the list there too. All right. So, what are Virgo's feelings and intentions towards me? Is there a like button here? Does it let me like it too? Okay. All right. So, what are Virgo's feelings and intentions towards you? What's going on with this Virgo? All right. So, feelings and intentions. All right, let's see what we got going on here. The energy on the bottom of the deck here, they really have got this. Wow, yeah, they're looking for. Wow, they are so focused on the outside world, aren't they? Well, I mean, I guess they are a Earth sign. Duh. But yeah, I mean, we've got the Four of Pentacles, which is trying to find stability in the outside world. Two of Pentacles, balance in the outside world. Ace of Pentacles, new energy, new opportunities in the outside world. Page of Pentacles, new opportunities. So they're looking for all of this newness and completeness, and even their worth in relationship to the outside world. So they're very much in this focused part of their life right now before we get into your cards here. This underlying energy that they're going through, very much about, my definition depends on what's going on the outside world. So they're defining themselves by relationships of all kinds, romantic, family, friends, whoever. And then by their job, their education, by their bodies, which Virgo's very much on their life purpose or journey is all about their body and their health, but also abundance and all this. They're looking to a lot of that to define themselves. And this is the journey that they're kind of on here. So we keep all that in mind as we're looking into feelings and intentions towards people, right? So, oh yeah, and all this solidity. They're definitely in this place of trying to find solidness. We got Four of Cups, looking for emotional stability, and the Emperor. All these fours, of course, the Emperor is the major arcana of four. If you think of a four as like a huge table with four huge legs on it, it's a very solid foundation. This is what they're looking for. They're looking, in a way, for you to be um, to help them with this solid foundation. They're looking for you to be, like the one who helps, the one who brings it to pass, the one who allows the stability to be the stability of their life, which is unfair because you can't stabilize someone else. That's what they have to do for themselves. But this is the kind of feelings they have are like, you can be not like you can be my hero, but in a way, like you can be the one that brings the stability into my life, emotional stability, and beneath the surface physical stability, abundant stability, just looking at the stability of life, right? Let's see what their intentions are here too. Let's see what all these are here. Yeah. Yeah. And right now, too, we've got the Judgment card, which is their higher self calling them to see things from a different perspective. I like this coming in because right now I feel like they're just so caught up in trying to find stability in the outside world and in a person and in you and going, you got to be it. That their higher self is going, come here, I want you to take a look at something. And they're trying to give them this bigger picture point of view to show that they can only find that within themselves, that you can't give them that. They have to give themselves that, and you have to give yourself that, but together you can build life together, right? Because they've got a lot of fears that they have here with the 3 of Swords coming in. And there is this, fear of heartbreak, fear of disappointment. This is why they're so caught up in wanting stability, because they've had so much instability in their life. They're just afraid that they're not going to have enough and be enough and blah, 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 blah. All these fears that we as humans, get to encounter and have there. But we definitely have this rebirth that's coming their way here. We've got the Death card, which is endings and beginnings. This Judgment card, I feel like they're about to have like a significant change of perspective and realize, wow, I am asking too much of the outside world and any one person, because I'm the one that has to do it here. Let me see. Let me just get a little more on this death and rebirth. What comes after that? What are you willing to tell us? Okay. All right. Yeah, I like this. So there is this rebirth that happens. The intentions here are harvest. Here's a good, a healthy um, earth element, outside world, because this is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, this balancing, this unfolding that comes, into play. And the Seven of Wands is about them stepping up and being willing to shine bright and step up above things and be seen and not be afraid. So there's this courage and this new birth that comes with this rebirth, that they're going to be going through. And it's positive here for you, because I feel like they appreciate you and they can see who you are. Because when someone's looking for you to complete them and be their stability, they're going to be looking at where you're failing, where, you know, well, I'm still unstable. What are you doing wrong? It's like, your instability is yours, right? And so that's what changes, is they realize, oh, this is stuff is me, mine, and then they see everything that you were doing as above and beyond rather than falling short, um, for him, which is a great rebirth that comes in here. So I like this. I do feel, there's a lot of emotion there. Um, they're just getting beyond those fears for that stability. So hopefully that helps Infinity. I feel like they're still going through their own little thing that they're going through, but on the other side of that, um, it's like, whoa, who are you? It's a phoenix rising from the ashes, and they're going to be so much more appreciative, grateful for who you are, like I said, rather than blaming everyone else for that. All right, very good. I'm very happy. I'm glad, because it's like, oh, it's too much responsibility to be in charge of someone's life, right? For sure. All right, so that's what they have for you, Infinity, and thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. So we'll move back to the top here, and we had left off with Blessed One. And you want to know what's coming in? Let's take a look here and see what's coming in here. All right. So what is coming in for you? All right. Well, we got some nice balance coming in. I like it, because you've got the King of Cups and you've also got the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is mental stability, and you can see here how they're resting. The fears are at peace and they're rested. They're not, being um, mental conflict about what about that, what about that, what about that. And the King of Cups is balancing the heart with the head. And so there's this great balance in between, all of this mental stability, and the mind also, a stable mind helps balance the emotions. So I like this coming in here, and it could even be a romantic partner. The King of Cups is one of my cards that's like, like a perfect, not that there's a, well, every partner is a perfect partner, but one that's just really like, wow, because they are balanced between head and heart. And they also, are able to communicate their feelings. "Oh, what? I know." And they're not like too in the head where they're not emotionally good, and they're not too emotional where they're no mental good. It's like a wonderful balance and flow between the two. So I like that for you, and I feel like that's what they have coming in there for you. Um, that you do have this stability coming in both in your mind and your life, but also that allows, this individual to enter your life who reflects that balance that you have. So I like that for you. That's what they have coming in for you, blessed one. So many blessings to you. Right. And Mia, hello, hello. Thank you so much for your donation there. Oh, it does give me the ability to like them. Oh, right. Oops. Oh, I like it. Wow, they've added little like buttons to the donations too. I like it. And love buttons, so I can give it some love and some like too. I like it. New updates. So many blessings to you. Thank you for your donation. And do we see a romantic evolution and future for you and H? All right. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit have in store? Or what do they want us to know that's coming your way here at least? All right. All right. Yeah, do see that evolution happening here because you've got the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles starts off, we've talked about that before, I imagine, where, it's we find the foundation of our world in us first, right? And this is what this Eight of Pentacles is too, about doing the inner work, putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears, and everything starts to unfold and work its way out too. Um, Four Pentacles, when we look for our self-worth in the outside world, we feel unstable because the outside world is unstable. It's constantly changing and moving. The only solid foundation is what we find when we go inward and upward, right? So it does talk about that here. And also, with this four and these eights are very stabilizing energy in the outside world. And we also have here, the justice card, whoops, which is about, balancing out our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets with the ace of swords in the middle. One side is unconditional love, the other is all our beliefs and mindsets about all the outside world. And so there's this wonderful balancing that happens first in order for things to move forward. And then they do. I mean, you've got the Magician and the Princess of Cups. So there is this movement, there is this passion, this expression of that. And also, the Princess of Cups is about higher love and new love coming in there too. If I can get it to, whoops, balance here. There we go. A little bit. I like it too because the energy underneath is the High Priestess, and you have the counterparts. The High Priestess is your energy, right? Someone who's very in tune and communicate with spirit and connected to their emotions. And then the Magician is the divine counterpart to the High Priestess. But I feel like it takes this balancing of things first in order for things to unfold with that right there. So I do like it. It feels promising because I know you will do the work. Um, and that's what unfolds things is the balancing out of our beliefs and our fears, but putting in that work, because it's like we're getting rid of lower vibrational things that allows us to move higher in vibration. And I feel like they do move along with you because with that Magician, it shows that they do have that magic about them, that they're willing to look into things and reflect. So I feel like they're a reflective type of person, maybe even a little bit of a philosopher. I don't know, but I do feel like they are, you know, looking at things and they can see the things that don't help them, and I feel like they do some reflection on things. So I like that about them. But it does feel like there is this evolution that does move forward for you guys with that. Yeah, absolutely. I like it. I like it. And that's what they have for you, Mia Mia. So thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And Alice, hello. Thank you for your donation and celebrating your 20th super on the live stream. Thank you so much for letting that be me. I'm going to give that a little like. Let's see. Why didn't that let me like it? Oh, there. It let me like that one up there now. Okay. So I am liking this. So, Alice, you want to know, why do people in your cohort not like you? All right, Alice, let's take a look here. When when we're involved with humans, and for some reason we feel like they don't like us, or there's something that they're putting out some low vibe energy toward us, it's because they don't like themselves, right? They can't like other people if they don't like themselves. And a lot of times when people are triggered by our presence and by our interaction with them, it's because we're being a mirror for them. And they're seeing something in themselves that they don't like. And so, when you're, like you said, you're looking in these people with this cohort, we'll zero in on the people that you feel don't like you and see what's going on with them here. Feel like there's what, three, maybe four. I feel like two of them isn't so much not like, but you don't feel like they're inviting you. And I feel like you have, like, so there's two that are kind of just distant, and maybe two who are, you feel like hiss at you when you walk by. So let's look at the distant people first. We'll just get a little bit of energy. Yeah, we have someone with the King of Wands. They're fire energy, and they're lower. It's like they're a fire sign. But, every zodiac sign has a low expression and a higher expression of their energies. Lower expression of fire signs, it's all about me, 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 and they're consumers. They just, if they can't see, like, oh, there's nothing that you can benefit me, then they don't invest, because they are looking at just what they can get out of something. So that's one very fiery, bold, even maybe even loud person, if that makes sense. The other one, we have a Chariot. This might be like a more of a supervisor or someone who's in a charge of things, because this Chariot, they go back and forth. This is one of the other ones that you feel is kind of distant. And this one, they have this belief that, well, you know, when you're supervising or when you're in charge of things, you have to stay in the middle. You can't show favoritism. They have like this huge belief around that. And that's why they don't, they're just like task, communication, maybe smile, but they don't invite, um, you know, like relationship types of things. So those are the two that are kind of distant. The two people here that don't, that you feel like maybe don't like you. Um, the first one is a high priestess, someone who is very emotional, very deep into their emotions. It's very Pisces, but lower Pisces energy, where they can get into their dark place. They're in a bad place in their emotions. They feel very low, very conflicted with this Five of Swords. So they have a conflict in between their head and their heart, which makes their way out into that, and you just happen to be around them when they're, but I feel like they're constantly down, and they've got like maybe depression, or they're just down, 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 down. And they will, you know, um, have this defensiveness a lot around them. And so this person, oh my gosh, just so low there, Alice. I'm like, wow. And then the other person I feel is on their way out with this Knight of Swords. I feel like they're looking to go somewhere else. Three of Wands is that they're making a choice to head and go somewhere. I don't feel like their communication skills are have a great capacity to be improved. And because of that, I feel like, that they are not doing well in their job and in their life. And I feel like they might be like written up and they're just in this bad place where they aren't doing very well. And, Alice, you have to admit you do pretty well. And so that makes them feel you don't make them feel bad about themselves when they see how well you're doing and compared to how they're doing. They don't like it because in their mind, they feel lower than they did before. And it's not your intentions for any of this, but it just goes to show you here with when we're looking at other people about how they feel about us, it varies from moment to moment, depending on from person to person, what someone's going through, what they're experiencing, because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are through our filters. And so if I wake up feeling sick, everyone's opinion, my opinion of everyone else has fallen. If I wake up in a great mood, everyone is inflated, and it depends, throughout the day, right? And with everyone. Um, and so it's good to, something that we can look at when we're encountering people, we can first realize that what they're doing has nothing to do with us. That has to do with what they're seeing about themselves, right? But what I can use with that energy is when I am interacting with people, what do I see when I look in the mirrors of these people? Because that'll tell me about a little bit of something I feel about myself. And I've asked people to reflect back to me what I want to see. So when we feel like some people don't like us, we can ask ourselves, where do I not like myself? Because that's where our fear is at and what we can transform. And that's what we've asked for those people to show us too. So hopefully that helps a little bit, Alice. And that's what they have for you right now, though. So thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. And I think that's it for the donation. So we'll scroll back to the top here. We left off with Doll-Faced Diva. You want to know, what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? You are grounded. I'm just kidding. Spirit is inviting you, though, here with the Hermit card to kind of step back and connect with them. They got some stuff to show you with the Knight of Pentacles, which the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight out of them all. It represents, that there's some things to be looked at and things are being slowed down, and Spirit wants to interact with you to go, this is some things we can let go and transform so that we can start the speed back up. But they don't want, it's like they're showing me cement of all things, like freshly poured cement, right? And and then they're showing me a cat following a duck of all the through the through the concrete, messing it all up. And if it dried super fast, it would have all that in there. But they're like, let's smooth that over. And so they slowed down the drying process so you could smooth some things out to speed back up the drying again. But they don't want it to dry with the stuff that's there because there's some things that can change that you don't want to be permanent in your life, if that makes sense. And so that you can move forward with it. So I like that. But that's what they have for you, Doll-Faced Diva. So hopefully that makes sense to you there. So many, many blessings to you. All right. And then up next, we've got Mizrak Bayin. Hello, hello. So general reading. And for anyone that had readings this morning in this morning session, I did go back on and completed them all in a special session. So if you want more information, be sure to check those out. All right. So let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Yeah, so we have the Five of Pentacles coming in here, and the Five of Pentacles talks about feelings of or beliefs around abandonment, being left behind, being left out in the cold, and these beliefs around lack, right? And Spirit is bringing that up just to something that we can look at, something that we can question. We can go back to earlier in our life when these beliefs were created, when we were like 7 years old and younger emotionally, 14 years old back to 7 years old mentally. And we can look at, where do these beliefs come from? What are these things about, right? And because those are the things that hold us back, these feelings of lack, these feelings of abandonment, these feelings like I'm not going to have enough. So I reserve myself out of fear. But once you look at those things, then this is what kicks the Knight of Wands into play, which is this knight is on a quest for their power, but they're also the fastest moving horse out of them all. The fastest knight, the knight that's on fire, the horse that's on fire. Movement, movement, passion, passion. And once you're able to, get into the root of discover where these beliefs of lack have been, once you're able to transform those, then that's where there's this action that happens and this movement happens in your life, whether it is love you're looking for, or job, or education, whatever area it is that's been holding you back. They're like, boom, as soon as we can just kind of look at those and transform them, it opens a floodgate of energy and opportunity for you too. So I like that for you, Ms. Rec, and that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list. All right. And Patty, you are up. Thank you again for the congratulations on the 2,000 plus subscribers. I definitely appreciate you being part of that. And you'd like Spirit message. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. Beautiful. So you do have here, the Six of Cups and the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, it does represent like this energy of having been patiently waiting for something to unfold, and transformation that you've been, experiencing here, right? I mean, here, sorry, it's mirrored on here. But the Six of Cups does represent past life connections. And that's why I feel like with this Hanged Man, and it's been like you've been transforming yourself, you've been letting go of thoughts and beliefs that don't serve you, just in general, and emotions that don't serve, and focusing on your energy. And here comes, out of the blue, the Six of Cups, which is, again, like I said, past life energy, where you meet someone and it's like meeting an old friend. You meet someone that you've got this long stretch of past lives with, and now is the time for you guys to reconnect in this lifetime. And you've had different types of relationships, including lovers in the past. A lot of different types, a lot of different interactions. This one I feel is romantic in this lifetime too. But it's beautiful because I feel like you've been through this transformation with that Hanged Man, like a caterpillar to a butterfly, and they have as well. And so you both wanted to try this lifetime, instead of being like, in each other's life as you were transforming, which you get to put up with everyone's, you know, pain and suffering. Instead, you're meeting each other as the beautiful butterflies. And I feel like you both have been through a lot, both have transformed a lot. And this is who's coming in here for you. And it's a very important relationship, of course. Is it destined to be forever? I don't know. I don't feel like it's mandatory for this lifetime, but it's like it's up to you guys whether you want to be together for the rest of your lives or not. I don't feel like you guys have any other faded relationships. But I feel like this one can be, if you guys choose it to be, it's like one of those change type of energies. Um, because when we come to this each of our lifetimes, we have a minimum experience and a highest experience. We will always have the minimum, but we have these optional things we can add on for heightened. It's like when you go on vacation. I've heard, I've never done this myself, but if you go like on a vacation and you can add in horseback riding, or a luau or snorkeling, things that are above and beyond optional. That's what this relationship is in this lifetime. Sometimes we have faded things that are part of the package. This time it's not in this lifetime, but I like it. And that's what they have for you, Patty. So I like it. It is coming your way. Look out. And you will have no doubt who it is because it's going to be like boom, right? So I like that. All right. So many blessings to you. Alice, yeah, I did. And I already did your reading too, um, a few people ago. So I did see it and I did complete it. All right. So thank you for your donation. All right. Yeah, perfect. All right. And Brenda, thank you so much for your donation, your sticker. And thank you for the little unicorn. I love them. You're welcome, Patty. So, Brenda, let's take a look here. Did you have your question up above? Let me just see here. If you haven't, I'm sure you'll pop it down below in a second. Let me just scroll up to make sure. Nope, I don't see it yet. So, Brenda, as soon as you put your question, I will prioritize just for the sake of time. I'm going to jump back up to the free readings. And Andressa Silva, want to know, how does A think you feel about him now that he's an ex or that they're an ex? All right, let's take a look here. How do they think you feel about him? So let's see what their perspective is. Doesn't mean it's the right perspective, right? That's why they're your ex. I'm just kidding. All right. Yeah, it's interesting because, you've got, here's the Queen of Wands and the Empress, two powerful divine feminine energies here. And so I feel like how they think that you feel about them, is that you're better off without them. Because Empress is new beginnings, new birth, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. Queen of Wands, powerful, go getter, able to really make things happen and go places. And I feel like they feel like you're better off without them, is kind of this energy, because they're like, you have so much potential and you can do so much. I almost feel like there were these feelings that they were holding you back, that they couldn't keep up with what you were able to offer and what you were able to do. So I just feel like they're like, yeah, it's best, because I feel like they were under a constant feeling of like they were going to fail you, that they weren't going to be able to live up to, um, like keep up. Like if you were a sprinter and you could sprint a 5K, but they can only walk, you would have to like walk with them and hold yourself back to s- to stay with them, because they couldn't run like you could, if that makes sense. So that's the kind of energy that I feel is coming in there, Adressa. So interesting. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And Brenda, thank you again for your sticker. And you want to know, is Arnold going to communicate tonight? And what are his thoughts about yesterday's encounter? All right. Let's take a look here and see. Is he going to communicate tonight? All right. And what were his thoughts about yesterday's encounter? All right. So I feel like that, like this is a positive answer for communication tonight. I mean, you got the King of Pentacles, which is like you feel like your life is full, and overflowing. So that does feel it's a positive card. Two of Wands is like the energy of like it could go either way. Uh, and I feel like how the communication goes with this Two of Wands, it's like Spirit is saying when they do communicate that be aware of, are you focusing on what you're grateful for, or are you focusing on what you wish they could be saying, doing, like what do you feel is missing? What do you hate about what they're doing? What do you fear? If you focus your energy on that, you get to feed that and you get to grow that. But the Two of Wands is whatever you focus on, like gratitude and joy and laughter. That emphasizes and grows that in the communication instead. So I feel like King of Pentacles is, yeah, it's abundant, but how abundant it is has to do within the energy that you're putting in. So be really aware of the energy that you're putting in that communication tonight. What are his thoughts about yesterday's encounter? So he does have thoughts, and the Eight of Swords is a good card because that's about them flowing through. They're letting go of some old ways of thinking around supposed to be, should be's, need to be's, these things that used to make them feel blinded and bound and trapped. And so I like that. There's this freedom that comes with this flowingness here. And the Six of Wands is victory. It's passionate. It's equal attraction. So I feel like it was they, like it's like they're chasing after the star here, right? But it's a very positive card with the Six of Wands and the Eight of Swords, though the Eight of Swords doesn't sound like woohoo. It is because they're letting go of old thoughts and beliefs that would hold them back before. So I like that they're figuring some stuff out. They're clearing, it's a flow type of energy of thought. And so they're really just, cutting away beliefs and any preconceptions and things. I really feel like you surprised them. Like they had like maybe an impression of like who you were going to be, but they were pleasantly surprised by that. So that's what they have. So I think I just answered your question of what you followed up down there. So I like that. They were pleasantly surprised. You were I don't know, it just feels like in all these different areas of sense of humor and um yeah, not like surprise them like, "Whoa," but like, wow, pleasantly surprised, you know? Um, so I like that. It is this feeling of, all right, I feel like some of the people that they've dated or went on dates with before oversold themselves and fell short, and I feel like you didn't oversell yourself. You went there and they were like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, wow, 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 wow." Like great conversations, great sense of humor. It's just like you were hitting all of these things that they were just like, "Okay, wow, I like that," just very balanced individual, which I don't feel like the people that they were have gone on dates and been with before not balanced. Like they're either way, way overthinkers or way, way, way emotional or up and down and all over the place. And you were just at least you presented yourself very balanced, which you are. um, so I like it. I like it. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. So many blessings to you. Again, thank you for your sticker donation there. And Mia, thank you for your additional donation. Let's give that. Whoops. Sorry, it moved. So let's give that some love and see, does it let me like it? It does. Perfect. So, question two, Mia. If you reconcile with your ex friend T, will she be happy to hear from you and a truthful and loving friend, or still have jealousy feelings or behavior as in the past? Uh-oh. We'll take a look at that. All right. So let's take a look here. Whoa. All right. So what about this X friend T here? Yeah, I don't think those were for that. Let me just shuffle these. All right. Okay, that one. What else about this X friend T? And what kind would they be here? Wow. All right. You got the Six of Cups here on below the surface here, and the Six of Cups is like past life connections. So I feel like you always had this connection with them, like you've known them before, and there's always been something extra there. So I understand the draw of, like I feel like, you know, I want to be friends with them still. And you always will be in future lifetimes. Will she be happy to hear from you? Yeah, you got the Three of Cups. It's joy, celebration. I feel like you will always feel like you're part of each other's tribe in a way. A lot to do with that past life connection there too. So I feel like they would be, like, hey, with that. Um, Truthful, loving friend. Well, I feel like they're going through some stuff. Maybe a little while longer. 'Cause we've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is the hermit's journey about being alone into themselves. Um, Because I feel like they do have this Ace of Wands. They have a bit of fieriness to them. Don't know if they're, like an Aries, low vibrational energy before, but it is feels very fiery, very, like, they will just, um, you know different personalities. Usually, you can put most people in either they're a frying pan or a slow cooker. A frying pan, they'll just heat up fast and brah, and cool off fast. And then other people are slow cookers. It takes a lot time to get heated, but a long time to cool off too. And I feel like that's the difference. I feel like I feel like you're a slow cooker and they're a frying pan. And I feel like lots of fire, yeah. So, we do have the World card here, which is ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure that's coming in here. So, it does show that eventually I feel like you guys could, do that, but she's gotta go through this time, this alone time, because she's with spirit and developing and growing through that. And there's usually a snail on the card, which shows it's a slow process of looking at her, you know, this, you know, um, their worth in relationship to the outside world. Yeah, even the Seven of Pentacles, last thing to grow on the fruit tree is the fruit. So I would give it some time. I wouldn't do it, anytime super soon. But yeah, there's definitely some change in, you know, leaving behind old emotions that don't serve to move forward into, a loving friendship. So it definitely does, it's possible, but I would give it more time because they need more time. And in the meantime, you know, you can look at what emotions, being the slow cooker that you are, right? It's like, okay, what emotions can I let go of regarding them? What are some emotions I can transform into higher wisdom, realizing, okay, when they said that and did that, they were in fear. When I said that and did that, I was in fear. But now I realize I don't have to be in fear about it because I've grown. So, what can I of this old emotion let go? Because that will allow you to be ready for that when she's ready too. Very slow cooker. Yeah, I hear you. So, yeah, that's what's coming in there. So I like it. So that's what we have there, Mia Mia. Thank you again for your donation. Sure, Brenda, you can ask additional questions just if you want to, additional donation along with those two, if you want to ask additional questions and dig in more, just out of fairness for everyone else. Otherwise, if I keep, digging deep into a big long reading. So if you want to do that, you definitely can, or you can wait until any of the other sessions we have this weekend and ask them if you want to do them then too. Let me just catch up real quick here. Alice, interesting. Yep, absolutely. Very interesting reading. Mizrak, yeah, I did complete that. Oh, thank you, Andressa, for mentioning, answering for them. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, very good. You are very welcome, Mia Mia. All right, so I think that was it for the donations. You are very welcome, Andressa. All right, so let's scroll back up. We had left off with Starfall, I believe. Yes. Starfall, you were up next, and thank you for the congratulations for the 2,000 members again. Really appreciate that. Thanks for being part of that. Love Tsunami. And you want to know anything about love life? When is someone coming in for you? All right, let's take a look here. All right, cards are flying here. So, anything about love life first. All right, and then the when. Okay. So, you've got the Queen of Cups about anything about love life, and, I mean, what a perfect card. Queen of Cups rolls over emotion with the King of Cups, but all the queens are given a second portion of emotion, and it makes her the master of emotion. So, this does say that there's, you know, anything about love life, it's like there's a lot of emotion that's flowing below the surface. And while you're waiting for love to come your way, um, there's a lot of emotional energy that's maintaining things below the surface. And I feel like with this Queen of Cups, she's the powerful one. She offers you the Ace of Cups there in the middle here with a finger there, which allows you to become this chalice, become this holy grail. I mean, you can even see she's a lot like the high priestess. You got the moon back here in the cup, which it's about diving into the unknown, clearing away a lot of this emotional energy, because it's like you're building this reservoir reservoir of emotion to be able to give to someone else. But if a lot of this emotional energy is being used to maintain some old emotions from like that are below the surface, which is where all this is happening. It's Queen of Cups all below the surface, like with that moon energy. Um, and even relationships and people in your life that you're investing a lot of emotion in, that you're the one that gives the 70, the 80, the 90% of the energy into the relationships, friendships, family, whoever. And it's like, but they don't give a whole lot back. Well, you're over investing a lot of emotional energy. And this is what they're having you look at, because you can clear away and transform a lot of these old emotions below the surface. Now energy comes back to you, and the energy that you're investing, where you're given 90, you can even back it off to 50 and see if they'll make up for the difference. And if they don't, it just drifts away because you're the one maintaining these relationships. But when you realize these energies go into black holes, you can bring those back. And then you have this big reservoir of emotional energy, which is matching the energy of a new relationship to be drawn in. Otherwise, there's not enough there to draw a relationship in because you don't have all this extra energy to give. It's like you're almost running on empty. Maybe not quite that extreme, but you are running low on emotional energy. And when you get all this back, then this relationship that can match that emotional energy will come in. Otherwise, you'll just draw in a lower emotional vibrational energy relationship, which you don't want. When it does come in here with the Ace of Swords, there's new communication, clarity coming in, and the faster and the more energy, it- you know, like you put in with this, the faster it comes in, right? So you do get new communication that will come in, but it's all dependent. The when has to do with how fast you, um, let go of the old emotions. The more faster you bring that emotional reservoir up to full, the faster they come in, if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you, Starfall. I like it. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the readings here. Yeah, in Mizreke, I did complete yours. Yeah. All right. So, Minahil, hello, hello. You are up next. So, what do you need to know? All right. So, what does Spirit feel you need to know right now? All right. So you've got the Five of Pentacles here, which the Five of Pentacles represents feelings of abandonment, being left out in the cold, being left behind, really a lot of thoughts and beliefs around lack, right? And those all come from how we're raised and we're taught, you depend upon humans for your sustenance, and humans, when they go into fight or flight mode, will pull back their support. And that's where we experience abandonment. Well, this Ace of Swords here is teaching you connecting to the capital T Taurus of the higher realm from a place of unconditional love. You actually are having this transformation with this Five of Pentacles, because five is a number of change, from this belief. This is what this combination is doing here for you. It's this combination where you're learning that it's not humans that bring us our sustenance in each moment. It's the creator, it's source. Might be the delivery company that brings someone, brings stuff to us through humans. But even though you order something from Amazon, even though it gets delivered by UPS or whatever, it didn't come from them. They just brought it. But the source of it is creator, right? And this is what you're learning, that you've always had everything you needed in each moment, and you can trust that the creator will continue to do that for you, and you build this trusting relationship. And I feel like this is what's happening now, is that the outside world doesn't bring me what I need. The creator brings me what I need. The spirit world, the universe, whatever you believe your higher power is, they're the ones that bring it to us. They don't go into fear, so they won't withdraw things from us. Humans go into fear mode when the little inner child feels unsafe and out of control. They will pull the rug right out from underneath you for self-survival. Um, Creator and spirit, they have plenty, they have nothing in need, they have no fear. They will never do that. And that is the trusting relationship that you can build. And this is what changes your feelings of lack, your belief in lack, a belief in abandonment, being, beliefs of being left behind and left out in the cold, realizing that will never happen. That's just how the human characters have, played the play that we're in, but you can never, ever truly be abandoned, left behind, or out in the cold and left without what you need. Spirit will always make sure that you have everything you need. So I love that. I love that for you. All right. So that is what they have for you, Minahil. So many blessings to you. All right. You're very welcome, Starfall. Ms. Rack, let's see, where were you here? No, you were like at least two readings before Andressa. Patty was right after you, and Dollface would have been right before you. And I'm not sure if I did any donations in between. All right. All right. Grace 1111, you are up next. So, what is coming towards you? All right. Let's take a look here and see what the Spirit wants you to know is coming towards you. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, it's good. Don't be afraid of the tower. The tower is just that there's going to be something or someone that suddenly moved out of your life for you, that allows here with this Knight of Wands for you to spring forward and move forward in your life in beautiful, fast ways. Tower card is always, someone or something's moved out of our life to make space for something new. But in your case, I feel like it's an obstacle that's been keeping you from moving forward in your life towards something that's more in alignment with your higher self. So the tower comes in, blasts something out of the way, and then the Knight of Wands is like, yeehaw, psh, and you're able to zoom forward and move fast forward where you feel like you've just been stuck. It's like, an accident on a freeway or highway, and they're blocking all the traffic, and the accident's right in front of you, and the traffic's moving very, very slow to the side of you, and you can't get past it, and then suddenly here comes this tow truck, they load it up, they move it, and you're like, "Whoa!" It's free road all in front of you, and you just pedal to the metal, and you're gone, and you're moving forward. So I like this. You're asking who's coming towards you, but I feel like it's who's being removed out of your life to allow you to for you to move forward, and that you are moving towards someone yourself. Not so much that someone's coming towards you. This is empowering for you that you're moving in a direction towards someone at this time. But whoever this is, or whatever this is that's been blocking and holding you back, this is what's being removed here the next very I would say within February for sure, if not within the next week or 2 weeks, because it feels very sudden and urgent, but very soon, especially with that Knight of Wands, it feels like things are happening lickety split. So I like it. All right. And that's what they have for you, Grace 1111. So many blessings to you. And then Soul Searching Vibe, you are up next. Thank you for the congratulations. And thanks for being part of that 2,000 plus subscribers. And you'd like a spirit message. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? So I'm just going to take a quick sip here. Getting a little parched. All right. Wow. So you've got here Three of Cups. And when we're talking about spirit messages, well, the Three of Cups is one of the cards that represents, for me, with spirit, your spiritual posse, your spiritual entourage, your, guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, leprechauns, fairies, whoever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. They're letting you know that they are with you, and they're have seen you, the hard work that you've been putting in with this Eight of Pentacles, and they want to just let you know that there's this movement going forward here because of the blood, the sweat, the tears that you've been putting in to different areas of your life. You're about to see this forward progression in your life unfolding. The wheels are starting to turn, and you're not in it alone at all. You are moving forward, and they will be with you every step of the way to, celebrating, which is a big part of that Three of Cups, is joy and celebrating along with you of the things that are unfolding, the things that are coming. There's a lot of joy that's about to enter your life, and move forward in it all as well. So I like that for you. And so they're just like, hang on, the reward for everything that you've been doing is coming your way. And even though maybe a lot of people haven't witnessed it or haven't said anything about it, Spirit is saying, we're with you 24/7. We see it. And so we are celebrating with you. So I like it. Right. And that's what they have for you. Soul Searching Vibes. So many blessings to you. And then Infinity is 1. So your free reading portion here, and again, thank you for your previous donation, was career reading about this past week. All right, let's see. What did Spirit want you to know about your career this last week? All right. All right. Well, it feels like things are progressing here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities that will be rising and coming forward here. The Two of Pentacles just requires this balancing to come in. And either you have choices that are coming your way, or if you had choices this past week, just know that you have a new opportunity that's coming your way. And if you whatever, I almost feel like there's this energy like this week kind of didn't turn out exactly the way you wanted it, but it had to balance out. This had to happen in order to bring in this new opportunity that's coming your way here. And it did have to do here a little bit of power of choice in the outside world. And if you had an opportunity to do something and you chose not to, I feel like it was spirit, telling you this good job because you chose from your heart, or you will be choosing from your heart instead of your head. Because if you chose from your head, you'd be doing something that, yeah, maybe good money, and it would have made the upper management happy or whoever happy. It's like you would have like dreaded going to work every day. And you're just like, yeah, I feel like if you chose to bypass something or something bypassed you, it was for your good because there's going to be such another opportunity that's just mwah, for you coming up. So I like that for you. So trust the process. All right. So that's what's coming in there for you. Infinity is one. So many blessings to you. And angel blessings. You are up next. You wanted the messages from your higher self. All right. Let's see. What do they want you to know here? All right. Well, I feel like there was something like this before, but well, I do a lot of reading. So chances are two card combinations come out. But you have this Hanged Man card, which your higher self is like, you've been really transforming, you've been really patient, you've really been waiting for some things to unfold here. And the Hangman by itself is a card of transformation and waiting and patience and change. But sometimes when we get something like the Knight of Wands, which is one of the fastest moving card energies in the deck, it means the waiting is over. It's like the caterpillar's been waiting and transforming, and it became a butterfly. You've been struggling. You get out of the cocoon, and you're there, and your wings are drying very fast, and you're like, within an hour after getting out of the cocoon, you're off flying in a new adventure. That's the kind of energy I feel here is something that's been taking a while to unfold. Before you know it, you're like off and on the go here. And so they're having you prepare, which whatever this thing is that's been taking forever, you're about to see a significant change in speed, and you're going to have fast movement in it. So it's like, buckle up, Buttercup. You're about to go from 0 to 60 miles or kilometers, whatever it is where you're at. This you're about to take off. So I like it. So prepare. Here you go. All right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Anusri, you are up next. Messages from the Pisces. Let's see. What does the Pisces have to say? Leave me alone is what they have to say. No, I'm just kidding. It almost is, though. With the Hermit and the High Priestess, two major arcana. The Hermit representing they step away from everything to connect with spirit. The High Priestess steps away to her High Priestess temple to reflect, connect, do all that kind of stuff. So the message from the Pisces is, I'm in lockdown. Not leave me alone necessarily, but they are majorly in reclusive mode, wanting to be by themselves, super reflective, just very introverted right now in their energies. And it's because two major arcana, they're doing super, super duper reflection. I feel like we get this a lot with them when we ask about this Pisces. Maybe it's just Pisces in general. I have a lot of Pisces in my chart. I can relate to wanting to be alone because they feel a lot of people's emotions, a lot of people's stuff. And so they need a lot of alone recharge time. So get used to it. That's part of their life and part of their needs that they feel that they need to do in their life. So that's what's coming in there for you in Nusri. I know. That's what's going on, though. All right. Links Lee, you want to know Leo's feelings towards you. Let's take a look here. And if you did ask about them this morning, I also did complete that reading. If you want to know more, be sure to check out the free readings I didn't get completed in the morning, but I went back on in the afternoon to complete that. So be sure to check that live session out. Let's see here. So what are Leo's feelings towards you? Yeah, they are just so passionate with this Knight of Wands. They got a lot of physical and energetic attraction. But the Eight of Cups, they've got this big emotional kind of journey that they're on, letting go of emotions that don't serve them, relationships and people that don't serve them, so they can move forward. So I feel like emotional feelings are shut down because they're doing a lot of inner reflection, a lot of construction and deconstruction in that area of their life. Knight of Wands, they're happy to share their passions, right? Duh, right? But I feel like their emotions are a bit cut off right now because they are releasing emotions that don't serve them anymore. A lot of emotional experiences growing up, and they just feel like the emotional bank is overdrawn because they've invested so much in maintaining so much hurt and pain and relationships that don't serve them because they like the popularity that they invest all this. They don't have a whole lot of emotional energy left over. And so they've realized that, whoa, what am I bankrupt in my emotions for? I don't have anything left to give. They're really starting to look at what they need to let go of so they have emotions to give. Right now, I really feel like they have attraction towards you, energetic and physical, but emotions are all shut down to the outside world as they work on those. So closed for construction would be a good description of that. All right. So that's what's coming in Linksley. And then Smooth Life. You'd like some shadow work guidance. Absolutely. Let's take a look here, Smooth Life, and see what does Spirit want you to know around your shadow work right now. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got here. All right. So, some shadow work guidance comes in here regarding, this 10 of Pentacles is one of the relationship cards and about trying to find our fullness in the outside world. The 4 of Pentacles is a great aha that brings stability. And the King of Pentacles, it's one of the biggest things they learn throughout the entire Pentacle suit, which is, we're taught to define our worth by the outside world, right? By relationships, situations, and things. There's like 3 cups, 3 areas. But when the king realized that when he defined himself by those things, he felt very unstable in his self-worth because all those things are unstable. It's what we're taught as children. Define yourself by the relationships you have, both romantic, family, friends, schoolmates, workmates, whatever, fur babies, feather babies, whatever it may be. This defines your worth. But the thing about that is people change, people walk away, people pass away. So unstable, right? And then we're told define yourself by situations, your job, your education, your social status, blah, 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 blah. Situations, right? But the situations never stay the same. They're constantly changing, right? And then things were the other thing, define yourself by your body, your possessions, your bank account. But all those things deteriorate, they blow up, burn down, break down, stolen, unstable. So they realized all those things are unstable. So when I define myself by all those things, I feel unstable. My self-worth feels unstable. And so we're constantly in fear of things becoming unstable in the outside world, but that's the whole nature of the outside world, is that it is. Eventually we get bored or disappointed in it and enough that we turn inward and upward. And that's where the King of Pentacles finds the only stable thing in this realm, which is the eternal, unconditional love of the higher realms. And it's beautiful because eternal means forever. That's pretty stable. Unconditional, nothing you have to do to earn it, nothing you can do to lose it either. And so, what does that do? That is very stable. And when our foundation and our self worth, our capital S self worth, is dependent upon that, then we're very solid in the outside world because we're solid on the inside. Everything on the outside world is above and beyond extra. And that's it. That's what it brings in for us. Um, it's I call it retail price. When we look for our value outside of ourselves, that's retail price, not self-worth. And retail price is constantly changing depending on the season, the store, the person. We end up on the clearance rack. But self-worth is capital S self-worth. So hopefully that brings some clarity in for you there, because that's where we get this solid foundation that that goes in there. Right. I am warming up in here. All right. I think it's beginning to snow outside, so maybe the heater is on in the house. Or the energy is flowing. Woo, look out. Here comes spirit. All right. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you. All right. Congratulations, Premia. Good to hear. I love it. Congratulations. All right. So, Cutie, you are up next. So, anything about love life. Let's take a look here. Let's see. What do we have around love life? All right. Yeah. I see here you've been doing some work here. I mean, you've got the let's see if I can do this here. Here we go. So you got the Queen of Cups. So you've been diving deep into your emotions down beneath the surface, right? You've done the Devil card, which is you've been questioning thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. All of this represents the work that you've been doing regarding love with the Eight of Pentacles. And when you do the work, you put in the blood, the sweat, the tears, you have the movement of the wheel, right? The wheel starts to churn. It starts to bring forward the things in our life. So be prepared because things are about to start moving in your love life in the outside world, but things can't stay the same as they were. When a caterpillar goes into the beautiful, cocoon, the chrysalis, and it goes through, it comes out a butterfly, it doesn't hang around with caterpillars anymore. What? I know. What a surprise. Well, because it has wings, it needs to fly, it needs to flutter. It doesn't desire eating leaves anymore like the caterpillars. It seeks nectar. It wants to flutter, it wants to go great distances. Caterpillar's like, that's too much work. I'm just going to sit here and eat leaves. So you have this change of life that's happening on the outside because of this change of who you are becoming. And it changes your love life too. Because as you're raising your love vibration, the old vibrational people that you would draw in aren't gonna you're gonna feel repelled by them. Whereas maybe you were drawn to fixer-uppers before because you felt the need to be needed and you wanted to help them and I could make their lives better. Now when you look at them, you're like, "Ugh, no, that's too much work. I want someone who's already done inner work." This is what's changing for you. This is what is moving forward, but things can't stay the same. Even some of the people you have hung around, the energy level's too low for you anymore, and you just aren't going to be attracted and wanting to spend time with even some family. And it's okay. You don't have to. You get to follow your heart because that's what takes you to find another butterfly that you can flutter with. Otherwise, you gonna try to carry a caterpillar around. You never see a butterfly carrying a caterpillar. In fact, one of my emoticons, let me see if I can access it here. Yeah, it's right here. This is here, I'll do a couple of them so you can see them. You never see a butterfly carrying around uh, caterpillars because they're like, no, you're too heavy. I'm gonna go flutter and hang with butterflies. So that's what's coming in there for you, cutie. So enjoy it. I love it for you. All right. So many, many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And then Anjushri, you're up next. So how will your destiny, what the your destined partner, what does Spirit want you to know about your destined partner? Okay, I will share that. All right, yeah. So they have moved past so much. They used to, the 9 of Wands, I mean, from 9 to 19, it's a leap forward of 10, right? So the 9 of Wands, you can see even there, they have the sun around their head. Before, where they used to have these barriers in their life that they couldn't get beyond, and these blocks, these energetic blocks, they've really moved beyond them. They've got this beautiful sun card, which represents Leo energy. They did their inner work with their inner child, but this is joy, celebration, victory. And so, your future destined partner, they beat their head up against the wall trying to force things in their life. And I just feel like they've moved beyond um, restrict a lot of restrictions and stuff in their life, and they get it. They understand that their limitations came from inside them, not outside the world, and so it's a huge, huge lesson that just opened up so many different areas of their life. So they're pretty self-aware, which is great because they won't blame you for things that are bugging them. They'll realize it's for them. And so I like that type of energy for them there. So that is what they have for you, Anjushri. Another little tidbit for your destined partner. All right. And then YOLO, February month for you. What else does Spirit want you to know here about the month of February? Let's see what we got coming in here for you. All right. So the month of February, you do have this flow of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. The Eight of Swords is about you becoming aware of what of your thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets used to keep you, feeling blinded and restricted and held back. And with this awareness, with this movement of thought and belief, it brings in the Wheel of Fortune. It brings in, things that were held back before, things that would feel fortunate for you, are being moved out of your way. Sorry, I gotta adjust here, slipping off my chair. There's this clarity that comes in, and I love this flow. I love it takes you towards where you're feeling abundant, where even you're human, everything that happens in our life does happen for us, right? That's the message of the Wheel of Fortune, the tune of for you, and you realize it. But the Wheel of Fortune also tells you that how things unfold, sometimes our human is like, how is that for me? But when you get the Wheel of Fortune, it's telling you that even your human is like, "Oh my god, yeah, this was for me. Look what it did for me and where I've gotten because of it." So February, there are some obstacles that come up for you to face and think about and go, "Oh, why do I believe this way? Oh, let me move that right along." And it opens up spaces for you to move forward and for this abundance that comes in. So I like it. It's a very February brings you clarity and movement forward and blessing. So I like it. Right. And that's what they have for you, YOLO. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. So I'm going to be on for about 20 more minutes. So it should get through most of everyone here for the free readings. And if I don't get through to you, I don't think I'm going to have enough where I'm going to come back on. But we'll see where we're at here. So, Divine Goddess, you'd like a love reading? Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know about love, 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 love. All right. Well, you got the Page of Cups. You do have new love on the horizon. And you got the Star card, too, which represents like dreams come true, too. So beautiful, beautiful energies of new love that just feels almost too good to be true, but it is true with that star card coming in here. A lot of beautiful balance and, connecting and understanding what it is you truly want. I feel like it's a great energy right now of, you know, um, focus on and get clarity in your heart and mind of what your heart truly wants in love, not what you've been told that you're supposed to, need to, should, must do, blah blah blah, but really of your own heart. Who do you know who does your heart want? Because it's like you're going to find a little magic genie lamp that's going to say, "What's your wish?" And it's going to be like, "Whoa, well, hold on, let me think about it." It's like you're thinking about what that wish would be, and your energy is what is drawing you together with someone else. So I love that for you. So that's what's coming in for you, Divine Goddess. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list here. And Alice, hi. So, Dune, can you see your financial situation getting better? All right, let's take a look here. Whoa. Yeah, you do. You have the Seven of Pentacles. The last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, but Eight of Cups here is what allows you to move forward because they're headed away from this to the Nine of Cups, which is dreams come true, but it requires leaving behind emotions and relationships that no longer serve you. So there's emotional energy that's where the Seven of Pentacles, things go slow when we have emotional things that we, you know, need to release, things that are holding us back. This lower vibrational emotional energy is holding us uh, hostage in a way, holding us backwards. So your financial situation does get better. How long it takes to get better is all dependent upon the emotional work that you do inside of you, because our emotions are what make its way out into the physical world, right? And so our abundance and all that is dependent upon our own energy, and a big piece of that is our emotional energy. So I do see it, but it does have to do with releasing old emotions, old pain, lower vibrational fear energy, both in thought, but in emotion, especially with that Eight of Cups coming in there. So that's what they have for you, Dune. So many blessings. At least you see that it is happening. But the speed at which it does has to do with the speed at which you look at those inner things. All right. So many blessings. All right, Empress Beauty, you would like some divine guidance. Let's take a look here, see what does the divine want you to know right now. All right, look at you. Yeah. So you have some decision making to come here with the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords tells us when the decision comes up to be made to close our eyes, close our brain, open our heart. And you have the Six of Cups here. So if this has to do with um, relationships or love, the Six of Cups is past life energy. And when you close your eyes and open your heart, you're gonna feel this connection with someone that is so deep and so odd. Like you're like, where's this coming from? Why do I have this draw to this person? I cannot explain it. Well, it's because it can't be explained in this lifetime you've had together, because you've had multiple lifetimes together below the surface. And this is the time in humanity that we're getting extra access to the Akashic records in our subconscious realm, which is activating a lot of past life relationships, a lot of past life memories and emotions bubbling up. But trust it, they're like it. You won't have any when you close your eyes and open your heart. You're like, it's a no-brainer in decisions that have to be made, especially in regards to love, because you're just going to be like, I cannot deny this connection I have with someone. And it's happening on purpose for you. So that's what's coming in for you, Empress Beauty. I like it. So many blessings to you. And then Swaroop Bobby, you are up. You want to know any new job coming for you in this month? Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know. They did want that one for you and this one. All right. I think that's a yes. You got Nine of Cups, which is one of the wishes, dreams come true, emotional fulfillment and overflowingness. And the Ten of Cups is you thought this was amazing. I'm sorry, I thought this was amazing. Ten of Cups is one even further. So definitely it feels like this full joy, celebration, overflowingness. I mean, the Nine and the Ten of Cups, it's like huge. Very, very happy with the job that's coming for you. So that those cards, I can't see that's definitely a huge capital Y, capital E, capital S. Yes. All right. So that's what they have for you, Swaroop. So many blessings. Choose joy, 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 joy. For sure. Focus on joy and happiness. That helps draw things to you too. If you're focused on what you're missing, you're drawing missingness. So definitely, there's this also the kind of this coordinated message of focus on gratitude as much as you can. It draws in things faster for you. All right, so that's what they have for you. And then Pinky, you wanted a general reading. What does Spirit wants you to know right now? All right, look at you. Two number threes, 33. You've got the Three of Wands, which is you changing and intentionally taking a different direction in your life. And it is something that is more in alignment with you being true to your authentic self, something that allows you to be more creative and more expressive of who you are in your life, whether that is relationship, job, whatever area of your life you feel like you aren't able to be creative and expressive. It's time for you to change. You're really realizing what of the fears of being punished or the fears of losing someone's support that you've restricted and confined yourself. But this is like it's time for you to express yourself, be true to you, your authentic you, and you're making changes and alterations in your life to match that. So that's what's coming in there for you, Pinky. It's time. It's time to choose. It's time to make that movement. Allow your creativity out. Don't hold back. What are you afraid of? It's time for new birth, new celebration. It's the Empress energy, number three. She's all about, screw all the roles. I need to be me. I need to nurture me. I need birth. I need to express myself. And that's what's coming in. So that's what they have for you, Goldie. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Alphonse Foussier, you are up. So, hey, happy Friday to you. Your question is Lisa starting to have more romantic feelings towards you? Let's take a look here and see what's going on with Lisa here. Is she doing the romantic feeling thing? Let me just shuffle the cards up here. All right. Is Lisa being more romantic? Are those feelings have? I don't feel romance coming in here. I got the Seven of Pentacles. Last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. I feel like she's with the Princess of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. She's more expanding her own self-love and self-worth. So I don't feel like she doesn't have more romantical feelings towards you, but she's expanding her self-love so she's able to express love more fully. So I guess that it's like the flow is larger because her self-love is expanding. Um, her feeling of worth is expanding, which can allow more emotion to flow. Um, but I feel like it's not so much focused towards you as it is that she's expanding her self-love, which is just has a natural the love that she's had for you flows more towards you, even though in her mind, in her heart, she doesn't feel like she's producing any more than she had before. It's just escaping out of her to you, if that makes sense. So if you realize, I feel like I'm getting more, she doesn't realize it because she's not doing any more of it, but because, like a side effect of her self love, it opens the channels of love to the outside world, which allows some of that to escape, if that makes sense. All right. So that's what they have for you, Alphonse. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. All righty. Rhonda, hello. Hello, my friend. So you're conflicted, so conflicted about Bill. You'd like to see if Spirit could help you on who Bill really is and if he is truthful with you. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, if this is the Bill that's been all along, I feel like they've told you, um, that he can't give you what you are needing. But let's take a look here and see what they have here. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've got the Knight of Wands, which is someone who's very passionate, you know. It's all about the physical and energetic attraction, but I don't feel a lot of emotion there. The Two of Pentacles shows that there's this balance, and I just feel like there's this, and you got the Queen of Swords too. Both of these are balancing energy, and I feel like what's happening is you're balancing out. Your head and your heart are balancing out, and your true heart, and seeing things from higher perspectives. Even the Two of Pentacles is about the balancing of the upper world with the lower. And I feel like what's happening is you've been changing and they haven't, but you're starting to see them differently. You're starting to see them for who they really are, which is they don't love themselves a whole lot, and they can't give a whole lot, right? There's this meme, and I don't know if you heard me read it this morning, but it's so fitting because it talks about here that sometimes people can't reciprocate because they can't give you what they can't give themselves. Those who are at war with themselves can't give you peace. Those who betray themselves can't give you loyalty. And those who lie to themselves can't give you honesty. See them as they are, not who you wish them to be. And I feel that's very fitting with the bill here because all they can give is passion because they don't have a whole lot of love for themselves, so they can't give that. They don't have a whole lot of security for themselves, so they can't give that out to anyone else. So I just feel like you have grown, that they can't give you what you're looking for. Only you can give you what you're looking for. But I just feel like, see them for who they are, not who you wish them to be. That will bring a lot of clarity in as you step back and balance your head and your heart and see things from that higher perspective. So sorry, you my dear, but that's what they have for you there. So hang in there. All right. Let me see here. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anyone here. So we did those, we did those, we did those. Oops. All right. So I think, sorry, itch. So Shay B, you are up. So February love reading. Let's take a look here, Shay. All right. That's a lot of cards there. Let me just shuffle these up here. Let's see. So we did that. And we've got beautiful girl. All right. So February love reading for you, Shay. What does Spirit want you to know? February. All right. I think the Six of Pentacles came out with that big group of cards before. So Six of Pentacles definitely part of the reading here. And the High Priestess. The High Priestess, she steps back to her High Priestess temple, connects to Spirit, goes behind the veil, dives deep into her emotions, where the Six of Pentacles does come into play when it comes to about love. I'm not sure if I've shared with you before, but I'll put it out here for you and anyone else, just in case. There's a Take 10 with Zen playlist here, and episode 5 specifically talks about the Six of Pentacles and talks about the out of balance giving and receiving that we have on an autopilot that's running below the surface, right? And when we look at that bubbling below the surface, it's it's been impacting our life. It's this, when we were younger, we gave so much to someone important when we were young, usually 7 years old and younger, where we learned I have to give 1,000 love coins to get one back. That sunk down into that subconscious. It's been being ruled and run by our inner child for forever. And until we bring it into the conscious world, that out of balanceness happens. There's these forest fields that keep love away, keep abundance away, jobs, promotions, whatever. If anything comes in, it gets repelled out because our little inner child, oh, no, no, you don't deserve that yet. So this, if you check out that video, it talks about a tool that helps us balance it to one, that brings down the forest fields. So it's a very important thing because it impacts love. It allows love to come in. But until then, that little inner child goes, no, no, no. You only have 500 love coins you've given. You still have 500 more to give till you deserve one, and it'll stay out of balance until we bring it from the subconscious to our conscious world. So I love it. There's freedom on the other side of it, but it does take us taking the time to look at that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Shay B. So many blessings to you. And then, beautiful girl. Hi. So you said, does your ex friend Liz feel guilty for how a situation that she was involved in turned out? Let's take a look here. See if there's guilt and shame involved here. I don't feel like there's guilt here. We've got the King of Wands and the Prince of Wands, so there's a lot of heat, a lot of energy, a lot of fire and passion involved here. This is like the Page of Wands and the King of Wands. So a lot of fire, a lot of energy. I don't feel like there's someone who feels guilty or regret or looks back. I feel like with all this fire energy, they are more like a forest fire that just burns forward. They don't go back because there's no fuel to burn backwards. They just keep burning more and onto the next fire, to the next fire, to the next forest, to the next forest. And so I don't feel like they feel guilty. I just feel like they can't look back. They keep looking forward to the next thing because it's like trying to outrun a train. Because if the train hits you, it's going to hit you with everything that it's carrying. They don't want to look back. They just keep moving forward. That's the kind of energy I feel from them. It's a blessing when people like that move forward in our life. We experience it. We get burned by them, but at least we don't get burned a second time. If they were able to burn backwards, they'd come back for us. We're like, no, we don't want to be burned twice by the same match, right? Once is enough. They can continue to move forward. So just realize it's how they're built right now in their lifetime. It doesn't have to do with you. Okay. All right. And that's what they have for you, beautiful girl. Let's see here. We did that one. 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 Okay. And that one. All right. So, butterfly, you want to know who is manifesting you? Let's take a look here. So, who is manifesting you? All right. Well, you get one card. That's all you need. The Two of Cups. Your love is drawing you in, the partnership that is most important in this lifetime. And so it is a destined partnership. This is not an optional one. It is the Nine of Cups on the bottom. It's the dream come true relationship. So it is the one that is like the soul partner, the one that you're intended to be with for the rest of your lifetime in this lifetime. And so you are drawing each other towards one another. And the more you raise your love vibration, the more you let go of old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and emotions and clear away things, the lower vibrational energies that are rooted in any types of fears. You're raising your self-love, you're raising your self-worth. That draws you guys in to each other faster than before. So I like it. That's what they have for you, butterfly. So many blessings to you. All right, we did that one, we did that one, we did that one. All right. All right. All right, we have just enough time here for you, Premia. And then that will be it. I'll be headed off to my praying mantis session, but I will be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So be sure, everyone, if you haven't, let me just real quick here. I know Premia's like, wait, do me first, but let me throw this in here just for everyone else before you take off. Make sure to check out the giveaway celebrating reaching 2,000 plus subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. All right, Premia, you want a career reading, and congratulations again on passing your exam. And you want to know, you want to apply for work abroad. When it will happen. All right, let's take a look here. So you would like to work abroad. All right, here we go. Boom, boom. All right, so you got 2 5s coming in here. This is a lot about capital T truths and the struggle that you're having in between your head and your heart. The Hierophant is your higher self inviting you into the maze to figure out what it is you truly want to do. Where is it that you truly want to be? You know, the 5 of Swords is the clearing and, you know, it's like 'cause you have your mind that thinks, well, this is what I should do. And your heart goes, well, this is what I want to do. And there's the struggle and this battle. And then this Hierophant invites you to connect, take a step back, connect with the spirit world and with your high heart and go, what is my passion? Where do I want to be? And I feel like when you get clarity about where it is specifically you want to work abroad and why, and is it what your heart wants, balance between your heart and your mind, then that is when the clarity comes in and the energy flows and the opportunities open up. But if it's just your mind keeping your heart kind of, trapped, then it's like it doesn't unfold because your heart isn't sending the energy. It's like, no, I don't want to go do that. So there's a struggle that's going in inside, but as soon as you decide what it is you want to do, then it opens up. So I like that. All right. All right. Sorry, Vidi, I'm headed off. Permia was my last one for this one, but I will be back um, tomorrow morning and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. And then also tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. But I'm a couple minutes. Need to jot over to my praying mantis session. So sorry I can't get you in this one, but definitely come back in one of the other 3 that I have this weekend, and we will look at that. All right. So thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up and all the support. So blessed to have reached the 2,000 plus subscribers, and you're part of this love tsunami. I'm excited to see what we do. So until I see you guys again, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, enjoy the rest of your day or night, wherever you're out in the world. Until I see you soon, much love to you. You hang in there. Take care. We'll see you.